What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So Los Angeles Lakers last night desperately needed a victory. Desperately. They had lost 5 games in a row. I cannot recall if any LeBron-led team had ever lost 5 games in a row. And it had to come to an end. And last night, they played the Houston Rockets, a team that they had blown one lead to earlier this year and almost blew a 20-point lead in the second game. And truth be told, they almost blew the fucking lead last night. But ultimately, the Lakers finished on a run and were able to win the game by the final score of 132 to 123. Another no defense performance, but still the Lakers were able to score more points, so thus they got the victory. This was a first for LeBron James. This was a first in the fact that he started the game at center. This is the first time in his career that he started the game playing the center position. Now, there's been some games where in certain possessions he had moved to center. There's been some games where down the stretch he played center, but never had he started officially from start to finish at that position. And he thrived. He scored 32 points. He grabbed, I believe, 11 rebounds and dished, I think it was 11 assists for his third triple-double of the season, and I believe it was the 102nd of his career, triple-double. That leaves him only 5 behind the legendary Jason Kidd for what would push him into what would that be? Fourth place all time, I believe, behind Russell Westbrook, Oscar Robertson, and Magic Johnson. LeBron also reached another milestone, by surpassing the 36,000 point mark. This is a barrier that only three players have accomplished, that being Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 38,387 points and Karl Malone with 36,928. So LeBron James is rising on that list. About him playing center, one of the things that uh, I thought about going into this season is that for this shit to work with Russell Westbrook, spacing wise, he may have to play that position. Um, the reason being is that Russell Westbrook is a guy that traditionally has been most effective in the paint. And when you have a traditional big like Dwight Howard or DeAndre Jordan, it may not work so well. But you have a guy like LeBron who is more or less a forward and is a guy that can score from the mid range and the perimeter or the corners, excuse me. And you have a guy like AD who's more of a face-up guy who prefers being in the power forward position. Maybe that'll be better for spacing wise for a guy like Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook had a good game statistically. He did turn the ball over a lot, which is continues to be a problem for him. But he had a triple double. Malik Monk scored like 7 or something like that. So Malik Monk, I think that's the best game he's had in like over a month. And even Carmelo Anthony had a great game. So the Lakers needed this victory. It was a momentum. Well, I'm not going to say momentum shifter, but it was a morale booster. And you know, Fizdale's gamble to put LeBron in the center position paid off, at least for this game. But you have to wonder, considering the fact that they almost came close to blowing this game against the lowly Rockets. Yeah, the Rockets had that win streak earlier, but they're not a good team. How I just don't see this team being successful the way it's constructed right now. You know, but at least LeBron James got his triple double, and at least he broke that milestone. Tell me what you guys think.